I'm Engineer, and this is the first three. Rokka, Braves of the Six Flowers, is an anime about a world blighted by a demon god every 300 years or so. 6 heroes are chosen by a prophecy that magically marks them with a flower symbol somewhere on their body to identify them as one of the Braves. The Braves must kill the demon god, as everyone else will die to the poison that the demon god excretes if not blessed. Simple enough. So let's get into this a bit. As of the third episode, you meet 4 of the Braves, and a 5th is mentioned by name. You also learn that women are the only ones that can become saints of something, basically giving them magical powers. There is a rundown of the other parties that have fought the Demon Lord before, and you can infer that the saints' powers can be over various things, such as salt, sun, blades, gunpowder, illusion, etc. From the mentioning of the Sun Saint, apparently the saints are simply a thing in their world and not directly tied to the demon god, and that people are no longer eligible as Braves after a certain age. You also see some of the demons, known as fiends, that are apparently fragments of the demon god, and the low-level bad guys of this reality. Magic, rituals, explosives, and prophecies all play a part in this anime so far, and some of the common tropes are already rearing their ugly head. The main character has more confidence and bravery than common sense. One of the Braves is a big-boobed rich girl that is at once incredibly powerful and constantly being rescued. The group has a loner that expects everyone to try to kill them, and there's a warning early on that one of the people they are destined to meet is a murderer and traitor to the cause. Additionally, one of the Braves is a person who has sworn an oath to protect the rich girl, so the 4 characters so far are Naruto Batman mix, Princess Magic and Boobs, Stoic Muscly Bodyguard Man, and Sun Maybe Dere Sniper Girl. Plenty of skin showing on the last 3 options there. Now, the anime is done airing, but I write the script for these videos after finishing the first 3 episodes, hence the name. So I may not be correct in my predictions about the rest of the anime, which in turn prevents me from spoiling the show if it intrigues you. I can make some guesses already, however. Firstly, the person who's assumed to be the murderer is not guilty, but knows that one of the other Braves is blaming them. The alternative to this is that they have been assassinating Braves, but have done so to clean up corruption or get revenge for some crime. This may seem like I'm hedging my bets, but those really are the 2 threads you're being led down at this point. The person who warns about the killer seems to be awfully well informed, seeing as how the last message received from him was, quote, no clues. Personally, I'm betting that the guy that is warning the group about the killer is actually the killer himself, and was doing so to ensure he was chosen. Alright, let's get to the meat and potatoes here. Firstly, it's a magical fantasy world, not connected to the real world in any way. Secondly, female armor is completely impractical and revealing for no good reason. Some of the male armor is similarly unnecessarily open, but it feels like less of a world choice and more like justification for the women's skimpy clothes, as most of the military personnel you see is both male and fully armored. Thirdly, the quest to kill the big bad seems a little too flat. It is given as a focus for the main characters, but it isn't really coming into play. Sure, they fight the fiends, and the Braves are supposed to be the grand heroes, but it doesn't really have any weight behind it. Granted, I'm only in the 3rd episode, but you see a fairly equal number of dead people to dead fiends, and none of the fights really seem to have any risk to them. I'm hoping this changes later in the anime. An injury or 2, maybe a death, something to press the characters. Right now, the main character has suffered a broken arm, mostly glossed over, and there have been mentionings of other Braves having died in their attempts at slaying the demon god. But I don't know. It feels lighthearted and silly when their main goal is killing a demon god. I guess the characters just feel too resigned. Too brave. No one has had any trepidation in running off to fight this god, and there's been virtually no resistance, politically, religiously, or as a matter of nationality, to getting the characters to the doors of hell. Right now, the biggest threat that they seem to face is each other. Now, the intro and outro songs show 7 characters prominently. Normally, I skip the intro and outro songs as they typically have spoilers, but the opener sounded a lot like another anime I had watched and I was trying to place it. Now, I have no guarantee that the characters shown are Braves or Fiends or just prominent players in this anime, but the fact that there are 7 is giving me some pause. I just really hope this anime picks up after episode 3's shootout cliffhanger, but I'm willing to bet no one dies this early. Injured maybe or escapes, but no one will die. Right now, I can recommend the fighting and the creative combat the main character brings to the table, but unless something steps this anime up a few notches, I'll be rather disappointed in it as a whole.